Good morning. Hi, I'm Pam Fox. Thanks for tuning in today. Well, good miracle morning for those of you who are up practicing your miracle morning. Today's video is going to be about the second practice in the miracle morning, or the savers, known as affirmations. So stay with me. I know that I lose a lot of people at that word, and I understand, because a lot of us think, and I was one of those people, when we think of the word affirmation, a lot of us think of that guy on Saturday Night Live. I can't remember his name. Something, I don't know, Smalley or something like that. Anyway, it was, I think, Al Franken's character, where he would sit in front of the mirror and he would do these affirmations, and he was kind of a losery kind of guy. And so a lot of times when we hear the word affirmation, we think that that's something losers do, or it's something that doesn't work. After all, this guy was doing these affirmations, he was still kind of a loser, or whatever. And I know I used to think that, and I know I had dabbled in affirmations from time to time throughout my life, and didn't really notice anything meaningful or powerful happen. And so I'm here to say, guys, I don't share these things. I don't just share things for the hell of it. I share things that have been meaningful and impactful in my life, things that have just kind of blown my mind and made a difference in my life. That's why I have this channel, and that's why I share my own experiences, is because they have been meaningful. And when it comes to affirmations, really what it comes down to is consistency, right? I think that most of you would agree that we do, what is the saying, as a man thinketh, he is, or he becomes. And so it's true, everything starts in the mind, and it starts with a thought. You think about that, like everything man-made, whether good or bad, throughout all history, it started with an idea. It started with a thought. And so we become our thoughts. And so with affirmations, it's a way of replacing the negative self-talk with something positive. So you're getting out the bad and you're crowding in the good. But you have to do it on a consistent basis. You got to do it every day. And so in the past, when I'd kind of dabbled in, positive affirmations and hadn't really noticed, it's probably because I did it once. Or it's because maybe I wasn't being realistic. So, some people do affirmations. They might say, money is going to come from unexpected places and unexpected times, and overfill my life, things like that. So if you're saying every day, $1 million is going to fall out of the sky and bless me, and it doesn't happen, and then you're surprised by it, So for me, the affirmations are more, I guess practical, although sky's the limit. Go for it. Go for it with your affirmations. And I can't tell you, what to write down in your affirmations. You can go over to the internet and bring up hundreds and thousands of affirmations and read through those and pick out the ones that really speak to your heart, and maybe print those up, and those can be your affirmations. But personally, I sit down with a pen and a paper and I speak from my heart. What is my ideal life? Who do I want to become? Who do I want to be? And then I go from there and I write my affirmations. So if you want to be a more courageous person, then your affirmation would then be, I am a courageous person. And you could just pour out your heart, and you could go on from there, or you could keep it short and simple. I am a courageous person. And I guarantee you that in time, don't you think if you sat down and spent a couple minutes every day saying, I am a courageous person, that a year from now, that is going to, don't you agree that is going to change you? That is going to make you a more courageous person? Or maybe you want to be more specific. Maybe you just want to be more assertive. Maybe you want to have more courage to speak up, to speak your mind. And so your affirmation would be, I speak my mind in at work or in social situations instead of, being passive and keeping my ideas and my thoughts and opinions to myself. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you want to become more humble, and maybe you want to become more reserved. Maybe you want to become more, I don't know what it is, but you look within and you decide what it is that you want to become. What is your ideal person? And you go from there. And this could apply towards your marriage. It could apply towards yourself as a mother, as a friend, as a worker. And so this month we're talking about career. And so specifically in your career, you can look at your current job. Maybe you want to stay in your current job. You love your current job, but maybe you want to take it to a new level. And so you can look at where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are, and look at those weaknesses and begin to find ways of, what do I want my life to look like? How do I want to be? And so you replace the negative self-talk with the positive. And that's really what it comes down to is in life, we can really be negative. And if there is one thing, if you know me, you know that diet is really, really important to me. And if I could get, everybody to change their diet, that would be like my job is done. But I think more importantly, if I could help people to eliminate that voice in their head that lies to them and tells them that they don't have worth and that they're not good enough and that they're not beautiful enough, that voice, if I could help people overcome that and replace it with a loving, positive voice, then again, I feel like my job would be done, because we can live our entire lives being exposed to lies and deceit. And we are so easily convinced that our life doesn't have meaning or purpose or beauty. And it does. I would challenge you, if you are stuck in that place where, you have believed the lie that you're not good enough. You're not good as her, you're not as good as him, and you'll never be as good as them. If that's you, I would challenge you to just take a moment and look at life, not just your life, but life in general with new, fresh eyes. Because we as humans have lived our whole lives as a human and around humans and around life, all life that is around us. And it's just normal. We just take it for granted, like it's just a normal whatever. And it's so much more than that. Your life is miraculous. It's a mystery, and it should just make you go, no freaking way. These bodies and what they're capable of and what they consist of. And you look around in nature, you can look at the animal kingdom, you can look at the plant kingdom, you can look at, photosynthesis, you can look at the respiratory system or your cardiovascular system or your immune system and all the other systems with fresh eyes, and your mind will be blown at the awesomeness of all of creation. Your mind will be blown, and you'll begin to look at your life as something with beauty, as something with purpose and meaning. Okay, so if you are stuck in negative self-talk and thinking that you're not good enough, take a look at life with fresh eyes. Start from there and sit down with your notebook and ask yourself, who do I want to become? So your challenge is to, number one, look at life with fresh, new eyes and just allow yourself to be blown away. Not just by the beauty and the majesty of life, but that you were beautifully and wondrously made. Okay, your life has meaning and purpose and value. So that's number one. And number two, ask yourself the question, what do I want my life to become? Remember that you are the lead actor and the director of your own life's movie. It's you. You get to decide your life story. So ask yourself that question and then just let that pour out into your notebook. And those are your affirmations. And word them in positive and in a way that as if they already exist. So I am, I can, these kind of positive beginnings to your affirmations. You can make them long paragraphs if you want. You can keep them simple, whatever works for you. I can't write your affirmations for you. They have to come from your heart and they have to work for you, but you must read them every day. That is so key. And I know for a lot of people, for those of you that are doing the Miracle Morning, great job. I know for a lot of you, it's just not the right time in your life. It's something maybe you want to do, but you just can't get up early right now. And that's okay. There was a time in my life where it just wasn't the right time and I was working on other things. And now I'm prepared and I'm able to do the miracle morning. And so the timing is right for me. But maybe you can take 5 minutes on your lunch break and go to a quiet spot and read your affirmations. If nothing else, read those every day. And I guarantee you, in time, if you do this for a week, you'll start to notice a difference. If you do it for a month, and in 6 months, in a year, you will become those positive affirmations. Okay? So that's my challenge to you. Remember that as we thinketh, we become. All right. Thanks for watching.